Hello there, good-looking person. Welcome to our channel, Explanation, where we bring you new content every week to help you get your project done the right way. Today, you'll be learning how to hire a building contractor for your home improvement project, plus a bunch of other details that you haven't thought about yet. This is a guide of how to hire contractors made for homeowners, or for anyone crazy enough to like construction. Stick with us and we will help you find the answers you need about hiring a building contractor and many more other details about it. Make sure to check out last week's video so that you can stay up to date on the latest in construction information. Do you already know what you want? Do you really? Probably not. Do you have a list of everything that goes into your home improvement project? I don't think so. Do you have a list of all the finishes, fixtures, and all the materials? Perhaps not. You may say, but I don't need any of those things yet. Here we go. Yes, you do. Decide those things before you hire a contractor. Do you have drawings, blueprints, or defined floor plans? Do you know the changes that you inspire to accomplish are even accepted by your local building code? If your answer is no to any of these questions, you don't need a contractor. You need a designer or an architect because they both decide what needs to happen to a successful building improvement. They take in consideration all the local laws and all the hard to grasp concepts of human interaction within the spaces. While a building contractor is trained only on how to build. So people make that mistake all the time. Contractors charge you more just because they notice that you don't know where to start. Have a full set of plans listing sizes, distances, measurements, especially if you are changing your floor plan. If you don't have a designer or an architect yet, just hire one. Make it clear that you will not be using their contractors. When designers partner with contractors, they both agree on materials that net them the highest returns. The job of the designer or the architect is to find the best solutions and materials for the client, not for the contractor. The initial job using a designer may not be cheaper, but will present less troubles. We will include quality solutions and quality materials. Everyone will have to agree on a plan up front, so the job can cost less than what you have to pay solving unnecessary troubles that in turn generates unnecessary change orders. So paying for someone who knows best to prepare a plan for you is not a waste of money. You're saving money. You need to keep in mind that when contractors are deciding what materials go into your build, they have only cost and ease of installation in mind. You may soon have to redo work because of low quality materials. I have seen so many homes that have newly completed projects that were done with cheap materials. I feel bad, especially knowing that they will have to repair or replace them within a few years. So that's the same reason why you should refrain from hiring designers that are also general contractors. The difference in prices between decent quality materials to complete junk is not that much. But most contractors that pick their own materials would rather keep that difference in their own pockets. If you prefer to use the contractor's designer or hire a designer that offers GC services, pay only for the design. Have them list everything on paper and research qualities of anything and everything that's offered to be installed on your home. Don't sign a work agreement yet. Only after deciding that the quality is acceptable, the installation requirements will be followed, and you have a job plan is when you ask for a job estimate. Only after doing this, you have apples for apples. And the 3 bids that you're supposed to get. You do know that you have to get 3 bids, correct? If you don't know, that's one more reason to subscribe. We will be bringing more videos explaining everything from the obscure to the obvious. So you may say, I don't need any designer or an architect, I know what I like. You may have hired a contractor before, and you didn't need the designer, nor an architect. You are one of those. So let's address this assertion before we go any further. Some contractors will act as the designer and offer run-of-the-mill designs for free. And you do like free. I'm telling you, you are one of those. So you may love it free, but I can guarantee you that those offers only include materials and fixtures with high profitability margins. Quality is not part of this equation. So suppliers and contractors have deals on certain items that are highly profitable. These items are bought cheap and sold as must-haves to clients. Contractors designing the job or designers working with contractors have the incentive to steer you towards those items. Why do you think that a few years back, subway tiles became popular again? Think about it. They're simple, easy to install. Everyone makes them in high quantities, but they're not that pretty. But they're cheap. And they have the profit on right there. The offered items never have basis on long-term results or durability, nor to mention that a trained eye will spot these materials from far away. Worst of all, it forever dates your home with the popular items, and you don't want that. Let me tell you a cautionary tale. That starts when a friend of mine bought a house, but unfortunately, he didn't consult me, supposedly because they believed that the home had already been thoroughly renovated. If you don't know the difference in between remodel and renovation, look up our prior videos. I'm sure you're gonna find it here. But going back, he invited me in for a housewarming party. I walked into his home carrying my cheese platter and a present. And immediately after I walked in, I looked at his front door, I looked at his countertops, I looked at his bamboo floors. And I found myself in a situation in which I needed to keep my mouth shut, perhaps just to safeguard his feelings. Hi, Jim. Sorry if this is how you're finding out about this. But he was excited to get his new home, but he got crappy finishes. Yes, Jim, you'll find out that in 1 year or two, you may need to be replacing it, but I will help you. Materials matter. They are the difference in between looking good now or continuously looking good within 1 year, 2 years, 3 years and beyond. Having to replace low quality items always costs more than installing decent quality materials in the first place. It doesn't take that much to get a decent brand, but that much saved, contractors may want to keep in their pockets instead. And they do this if they choose the finished materials and the fixtures for you. My point is, Jim and his family are happy with their home right now, until that bamboo floor starts showing its rapid wear, and those kitchen counters get marked by a hot pan, and that coat of cement in the backyard starts cracking, and those faucets start leaking, and those windows get permanently foggy in between the panels. Okay, Jim, I tortured you enough for now. Let's talk about hiring contractors instead. When you are hiring a contractor, don't rely on his offers of materials. Make your own decisions, including the opinion of impartial, well-informed people. So let's talk about before hiring a building contractor. The most important thing you need to hear today before you hire a contractor is this. Should I really even say this? But I'm gonna repeat this because everyone knows, but still, people don't do it. Get things on paper. It's not that difficult. I don't mean a laundry list on a piece of paper. I mean all the details about every step of the project in a document. It may look like too much, but it is the only way to hold people accountable. At the description below, we will leave a link with an example of a good home improvement work agreement. You can download a PDF file so you can get a good idea of what a contractor is supposed to look like. Keep in mind that each job is different and each step of the job can only be defined by your building contractor. So have them provide something like that document to you. Show them and say, this is what I expect. So this is not legal advice. So consult your attorney if it is a big job and you need a work agreement that's clearly defined. Also, attention contractors, do not copy and paste these work agreements. They are proprietary and protected by copyright. But feel free to look it over and consult your attorney to make your own work agreement. That is completely fine. This is the most important part. So, knowing that you need things on paper, I decided to put this list together with all the essentials. 1. The document must include types, qualities, quantities of all the materials and fixtures. Make sure to mention on your paperwork who is paying for them and when. And try to be according to the payment schedule. Number 2. Get on paper all labor requirements, listing what is supposed to be subbed out and what is to be done by the GC's in-house labor. Number 3, you only have control if you know what has to happen and when. So make sure to have the description of steps, phases and procedures expected to be performed at each step, all itemized and listed on your paperwork. Number 4, so you don't get mad with a guy asking for money every week, insist that a detailed payment schedule is listed on your work agreement, including how much, when, and at what stage those payments have to be made. Number 5, make sure to include a possible starting date and timelines for each step along the construction. This is the only way that you can compare what was promised against what is actually happening in your job site. You finish plumbing when plumbing is supposed to get finished. You finished electrical when electrical is supposed to get finished. You get the idea. One date for each trade or each step. Yes, get a reputable company, but every good contractor has to show you that they have these 3 things. Number 1, a valid contractor's license issued by your state. Number 2, proof of liability insurance, listing you as a certificate holder. And number 3, workers' compensation insurance coverage. Here in California, you can check it out online at the Contractor State License Board. Here. You can use the company name or the license number to find out this info. Look it up online for your specific state. I'm sure you'll find resources for that as well. Don't accept that they are self-insured or exempt from workers' compensation, especially if they are doing a big job. Some contractors say that they are exempt from workers' compensation, but show up at the job site with a bunch of workers. Know that if someone has an accident, you may lose your house because of it, even if it is only his cousin helping him. Also, you can always ask a good contractor to provide lien releases from all subcontractors and suppliers, which protect you if he doesn't pay his bills. Do you want to know when to ask for a partial lien release? Look at your original contract and compare with your payment schedule. That's when you need to ask for it. As the job progresses, check the outline phases of completion and ask for lien releases for each step completed. It is that easy. It should be tied to your payment schedule. Insisting on clear contract isn't about mistrust. It is about ensuring a successful partnership to complete a job. So do it. Put everything on paper. Before we continue, please like, subscribe, and hit that bell. I'm sure Explanation will keep bringing you quality content for free. Finally, you hired a contractor. Remember that as soon as a change is made or a problem is uncovered, the price just increased and the project just got longer. The contractor is not a crook. To maintain the price, sticking to the initial plan is paramount. Stay away from the words, "While you are at it, can you add this?" Don't do it. Besides being a nightmare to contractors, these words can cost you more than the job itself. If all is planned in advance, keeping everything on paper is as simple as this. What's delivered should be what's on paper. If you change your mind, trying to be sleek about it and say that you intended it all along, that you even mentioned it before, it's not cool. This shows to contractors that you know nothing about construction. What's not on paper, saying it doesn't make it so in construction. Save your breath and your relationship with the contractor. Disgruntled contractors can cost you a fortune, even years after the job is completed. So just get everything on paper. Also, if you don't know enough about construction, don't try to be the eye over your contractor's shoulder or be the job supervisor. You hire the GC for that. If you don't trust him, hire some third party who knows construction to keep tabs on the job. Otherwise, you find things that you meant to have all the time and you turn to be the actual problem. And a problem in construction means more money out of your own pocket. A construction manager is not that expensive, especially for bigger remodels. Some companies charge a small percentage of the total cost of the job, or a flat fee for smaller jobs. It is worth every cent if you are not in this business. To make sure that they are neutral, don't let them bring their own people. Your general contractor should use his own people. If you are hiring subs yourself, use your own hand-picked subcontractors. Don't let the designer or the construction manager push someone that they work with forever to replace the GC subs. If your GC has a problem with people, take the matters on your own hands and look for good professionals. The itemization on the work agreement makes it easy for you to switch people and keep the budget intact, sometimes saving you money. Don't open the door where you be the only person out. Be informed of all the new hires and who is bringing them, why crews are replaced, and why someone has to be fired or hired on your job. The professionals should work together on your job doing what they do best. Don't let them mix responsibilities or suggest replacements in the middle of the job. This is a recipe for wasting money. Keeping everyone with their original task is the only way where everyone wins and there won't be prior alliances coming to play into your backyard. Just keep your eye on everything. Everyone that comes before the contractor, so pay attention. The order and responsibilities should be something like this. First comes the designer or the architect. They should be suggesting all changes, including materials and fixtures, and most importantly, creating a job plan. Then comes you. Yes, you don't know much, but they do. So accept all the suggestions from the designer and from the architect. You'll be dealing with a construction manager later in the case that you don't trust your GC. So anything that has to do with construction and wants to keep tabs on your GC, have a construction manager. Otherwise, deal directly with the GC. 3, construction manager. He deals with the GC and all the trades. If anything is not happening as it should, according to the plans, the construction manager makes sure to relay and push all the trades and raise all or any red flags. Number 4, a general contractor. He brings his own people and completes tasks as planned. He's going to be responding to the construction manager and designers, but these two should not be bringing in trades. Let the GC take care of that. Number 5, subcontractors. These are the craftsmen in the whole operation. These guys are responsible for the final results. So you should get their information and have the construction manager talk to all of them before they start. And when they complete their tasks, any problems with their work, go to the GC. Do not interfere with their work. Talk to the GC only. Once you hire a GC, schedule job walkthroughs periodically, especially when each phase is completed. Have all the involved trades, the GC, the construction manager, and the designer present at these meetings so you can resolve any misunderstanding or fix any problem before they are covered by the next trade. If you do these things, you have a less painful experience with any kind of construction. Remember, a little bit of effort and knowledge in the beginning can save you a lot of time and money at the end. I hope this video helps you. If you have any questions, just ask away and I will try to answer each and every one of you. So like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Hit that bell. Is that what the kids are saying nowadays? Are you gonna smash that bell or what? Ooh-wee! See you next time with explanation.
Cut.